Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Sal Mahajan, and in today's video, we will be taking a look into AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. So let's dive right into the video. So let's start off by talking about what is AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. It basically helps organizations understand how cloud adoption transforms the way they work. So you can think of cloud adoption as a way how organizations can adopt the cloud, how can they move to the cloud, and how can they make things more easier for themselves. So AWS has created a framework around this that is called the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. It helps to align business and IT strategies, it helps to accelerate cloud adoption, and it ensures a smooth transition to the cloud. So normally whenever any organization is looking to move to the cloud, they see that is there any business, they try to align their business and their IT strategies together. They see that how can they accelerate their cloud adoption, how quickly they can move to the cloud, and also how smooth it actually is to move to the cloud, whether it is really tough, it is easy, or how is that transition between on-prem and the cloud. So this is the basics of the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. Now this framework has 6 perspectives, and we will be going over these 6 perspectives. First being your business perspective, ensuring that your IT aligns with business needs. Now, whenever, not only from a cloud adoption framework, whenever you are getting any new software, any new application to your organization, you need to make sure that your IT requirements align with your business needs. So the first perspective is your business perspective, wherein you have to ensure that your IT aligns with your business's needs. Your second is people perspective. Now, whenever you are looking to move to the cloud, it may be the case that your employees are not trained. They don't have much knowledge or idea related to the cloud that you're looking to move to. So you have to prepare your organization for a cloud adoption. That means you have to train your employees, you have to upskill your employees, and you may also need to hire external help or external employees who already have knowledge related to the cloud. So your second perspective is people perspective, wherein you prepare your organization for cloud adoption. Third is governance perspective, managing and measuring cloud investments to ensure business goals are met. So whenever you are looking to go to the cloud, now you have to see that whether the investments that you are making in the cloud help you meet your business goals or not, right? What if moving to the cloud really does not make much sense for your specified use case, or you think that maybe you're in a sector that moving to the cloud may not help you, so then it's really not doesn't make sense to move the cloud, right? So you have to make sure that you can manage and you can measure your cloud investments to ensure that your business goals are met. Your fourth perspective is platform perspective, wherein you now start thinking about designing, deploying, and managing your cloud resources. This is where you have your architects that come into play, where they sit and they start designing cloud infrastructure, cloud resources. How are you guys going to deploy? Are you going to follow the CI/CD pipeline? Are you looking to follow something called infrastructure as code and all of that good stuff? And then how are you going to manage your resources? Now, let's take you designed everything, you started deploying everything, but managing cloud resources is really important, because if you do not have a good management strategy, you can end up having a bill in the millions. So having a really good managing strategy is very important before you really actually move into the cloud. Coming on to the fifth perspective is security perspective. Now, of course, you are moving to the cloud, you have everything deployed, you have a good architecture, but you have to ensure that the resources that you have deployed in the cloud are secure, right? The data that you have is secure, following security patterns, making sure encryption is enabled, having good network policies, firewalls, and all those good security stuff. You have to make sure that all of your cloud resources are secure. And finally, the sixth perspective is your operations perspective. Now, you have a good strategy, you guys have moved to the cloud, you're deploying to the cloud, you have cloud resources, you have a good security. Now comes to your day-to-day operations, that is enabling efficient and reliable operations in the cloud. Now, once everything moves to the cloud, until your operations is not efficient, there's really not much, you're not going to save much, you're not going to, use any benefits of the cloud. So these are the main 6 perspectives that you really need to take a look into when you are looking to move to the cloud. Now let's talk about the AWS Cloud Adoption journey. There are multiple steps to this journey. The first being preparation. Here we are going to assess our readiness. We're going to determine whether the organization is ready to adopt technologies, wherein we are going to see, is the organization ready to adopt technology, in the sense adopt cloud, is able to adopt the cloud. Then we're going to look at skill development. Now, whenever an organization is looking to adopt a new technology, be it cloud computing or a programming language or anything per se, you have to ensure that the team is trained and that the team is familiar with that specified tools, services, and best practices. So in our scenario, it is AWS. So we have to make sure that the team is trained and familiar with AWS services and best practices. This may happen that you may hire external resources to fill in the gap, or you may have internal resources trained for the new tool. Coming to the next step of your adoption journey is going to be planning. You are going to define your objectives. You will set business and technical objectives for the migrations. You will create a migration plan. You will create a complete, detailed roadmap, including resource allocations and timelines. And finally, for planning is going to be cost planning. Now, of course, you are moving to cloud. That does not mean that you have an infinite budget, right? You have to do some cost planning. You will use a tool that is called AWS Pricing Calculator to estimate your costs. We will talk more about AWS Pricing Calculator in the pricing section, but this is a tool provided by AWS to help you estimate your cost for the services that you will use in the cloud. And we're going to come to the final 2 steps of the AWS Cloud Adoption journey. Third being migration. This is going to be where you're actually migrating. You're actually doing some development work, and you're actually doing some engineering work. So first, you're going to migrate in phases. So we never migrate all of our apps at once, or all of our applications at once, or all of our code base at once. We migrate in phases. We always start with less critical applications first, to make sure that we are good. If any issues pop up, it's not going to be a major concern, because these are less critical applications and will not affect even if they go down. We have services like AWS database migration. This helps us to migrate databases. So this is one of the services that is used to migrate databases. Once our migration is done, or one phase is done, we move to our testing phase, wherein we validate that the applications that have been migrated work as expected before we actually push it to production. So we push it to our test environment. We make sure that everything is working as expected. Once we are happy, we get the good business sign off, everyone is good, we deploy the application to production. And coming to our final step in our journey, it's going to be the operation journey, where we have ongoing management. We use monitoring tools like CloudWatch, CloudTrail, and AWS Config. Again, we will go over all of these tools, but we use these tools provided by AWS to monitor performance and ensure compliance. And finally, in our operation, we have optimize and scale. We will continuously optimize our resources that are deployed to make sure that we have good efficiency and we always reduce our costs. So this was a quick overview related to the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework and also the AWS Cloud Adoption Journey. So I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, do subscribe, and do comment if there are any other topics out there that you guys would like me to cover. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. See ya. Take care. Bye-bye.